Alright, so boom. Denzel Curry, Aquarius Killer, Denny Cascade, whatever name you want to call him. But today, he's Lenzel Lurry. Because I'm about to rank all of his songs, but specifically in this video, I'm talking about all the songs that I dislike from him. Y'all already know how I preface these videos. If you are a huge fan or if you're someone in general who can't handle a person saying that a song you like is bad or mid, then you're in the wrong spot. Because this entire video is about to be filled with disrespect. If you want to hear some praise and want me to call him Wenzel Wurry instead, then check out part 2. These videos won't include bonus songs or interludes, and I'll only be talking about songs from the base versions of the album when they first released. Now really quick, when it comes to his album Imperial, there was a standard edition and then a re-released edition. The re-released one got rid of the songs Pure Enough and Narcotics and replaced them with the tracks Me Now and Good Night. I'm going off the standard edition of this project, so Me Now and Good Night will not be ranked in these videos. But let's get to it. The whack tier. Out of 58 songs I had to listen to, Lenzel Lurry only has 2 bad songs. Only 2. There's going to be a lot of songs in this part 1 video, but in terms of tracks that I think just straight sucked, it's these 2 right here. And the wild part is, both of these songs are from the album Taboo. That album is straight garbage. No, I'm playing. That album ain't garbage at all, but these 2 songs right here definitely are garbage to me. Super Saiyan, nah. Can bring out the hair like a Super Saiyan, y'all. You the man, nah. Okay, so really quick, Lenzel Lurry did a Twitter space back in January of this year, and he specifically highlighted 5 songs from his past projects that he said if he could go back in time, he would remove those songs from the projects that they were on. 2 of the songs he mentioned were from Taboo, 2 was from Nostalgic 64, and 1 of them was from Imperial. I'll highlight which of the 5 songs he named when we come across them in this video and in part 2. But the reason I'm bringing this up right now is obviously because Super Saiyan Superman, Zell himself said that he wouldn't even put this song on this album if he could redo it. And I fully agree with that because for me, this song is just ass, yo. I didn't like the bars. If she slide, then she better be clean like Tide. Laundry, detergent. I'ma get up in that body like a surgeon. Pussy wetter than a damn sea urchin. Bars were weak and the ad-libs that yeah at the end of the lines in the chorus was kind of obnoxious to me. Super Saiyan, nah. Lurry got the hair like a Super Saiyan, yeah. You the man, yeah, nah. Like, no, bro. This song is really boring and it will get skipped every time I play this album. Ooh, feel like a horror movie. Man, I can't even begin to lie to you. This man Lenzel named the perfect songs to get rid of from his catalog. Because The Blackest Balloon is the other song from Taboo that he said he'll remove from the album. This song is so lacking. And not even compared to the rest of the album where there's a lot of substance. Even as a standalone song, The Blackest Balloon just seems like a really pointless record. There's nothing here from the subject matter, the hook, the verses. I just look at this track like, why did he even make this? And boom, we already on the mid tier. I consider a song mid if I don't like the song, but I can still say, it's alright. These songs aren't bad to me, but even then, some people get upset if you say a song is just alright and they love that track. So just to make y'all feel worse, about half of Lenzel's catalog is in this tier. Out of 58 tracks, there are 23 songs that I think are mid. 23 out of 58 is crazy, but hey, these are all misses to me. I absolutely fucking hate Lenzel's flow and voice on this song. I always have. And songs like Vengeance was the reason why I didn't care to listen to his music when I first found him. Because although he had songs like This Life that I rock with heavy, a song like Vengeance always made me go like, oh hell no. If you're gonna be rapping like this, you can keep him. I only like Zilla Kami's verse on here. He was hard. But Lenzel and JPEG, I don't care for either one of them. I'm raising hell. Send him to hell. I don't hate his flow on this song as much as I did on Vengeance, but it is also straight up unappealing to me. The first verse actually does a good job showcasing Zell's dark and depressing mindset he was in when he made this album. But overall, this song has that sound of torturously, collide my infidels effortlessly, want to beat. And I don't enjoy it when it comes to this song. It's only mental. Bridget Perez's singing is the only reason I slightly enjoy this song. Lenzel's verse and the spoken word kind of verse from Saul Williams did nothing for me. Mental is an easy choice for one of my least favorite on this project. This is the first time and probably the only time you guys will hear me say this about a Lenzel Lurry song in this video. This track is very sleep inducing. Angels is on a different level of boring. Lyrically, the song is nice, really nice, but the piano throughout the track and the singing on the chorus and on the outro, this is lullaby music to me. I really like the hook for this song, but I like the hook way more than Lenzel's performance itself. It's already a simple flexing song to begin with, but the lines in here that y'all may think are fire, I think were pretty lame. I'm fly like Aladdin, I'm on top like an addict. The devil is gonna hate, blurring my vision, that's me at my lowest, no Peter Griffin. I know y'all probably thought that Peter Griffin line was hard. I don't care for Lenzel on this song at all, and this song makes me glad that sometimes he gets other people to sing his hooks, because the next song that I'm about to talk about, the main reason why I don't like it is because Lenzel couldn't sing at all on there. Big cheese rollin', you speak, darling, you talk shit, but I keep smiling. There's no way around it. His singing on this song was ass, bro. Straight ass. This is a top 5 worst hook ever from this man. What does help this song a lot though is the beat switch that happens before the third verse. When that switch happens, the third verse is lyrically better and sounds way better than what the rest of the song was before it. If this whole song would have been how the last third of the song was, this would easily be fire. Cause they smacked us in the face with that bullshit. Now I gotta focus on making my soul lit. Worst Comes to Worst is one of those tracks where Zell is speaking on the country he lives in. Like, dude, can we talk about the political and economic state of the world right now? Seriously though, the track is him saying that although he doesn't want to die and wants God to protect him, he can't help but notice that society and the world is still shitty as it is. I will say that the line, "They draw guns, so how could lead erase me," was the best line in the whole song. But overall, this song has a nice message, it's just not entertaining at all to me. The only thing I liked about this song was JK the Reaper's verse. I appreciate the dark and sinister tone they all went for on here, but this song isn't that interesting to me. Even the beat switch and the bank robbing story in the last 2 verses, I just still go like, nah, you can keep this song. And now that nigga scream like he's sitting down, yelling suicide. I'm going to be completely honest with all of you. The reason why I don't like this song is because I don't really know what it's about. Zell's and Mike G's verses are confusing to me. I understood Lil Ugly Mane's verse just fine, and he did a nice job. But for Zell and Mike, every time I play this song, I just go, bro, what are these niggas talking about? Please comment below and inform me if you know what Lurry and Mike G's verses are about on this song, because I don't get it. Okay. First off, let me say I was so glad that the Ski Mask and Slum Guy feature didn't make it on this song. Apparently Ski was supposed to be on here, but Denzel ended up dropping a song with just him because Ski Mask was quote unquote taking too long to send in his verse. And although that would usually be for the better, this song isn't even all that with Zell on it by himself. I do like the chopper hit a nigga like chowder, rada. But outside of that, like Sumo it's a nice little like aggression hype track, but me personally, I don't care to listen to it. Walk around the hood like I'm John Wayne, 9 on my hip, I'ma let that big bang. Funny that this song and Worst Comes to Worst are back to back on the track list because I feel exactly the same about both songs. The production is cool, the message is cool, with Zell talking about how he feels he has to carry a piece around just so he can feel safe because even the police be out here killing blacks. So he's like, nah, I gotta have my own protection instead of putting my life in y'all's hands. I really think this song isn't all that though. LSD on Friday, I'm in my zone. I would much rather listen to an instrumental only version of this song than the original song itself. I love this soft, mellow beat, but this man Lenzel's songs, when he's talking about hoes and getting bitches to shake their ass, it doesn't work for him. Or it may just be the delivery that's not to my liking. Amped up, I think we stamped up, she's in my trousers. Wowzer, she's at the tower, peeking the shower, the flowers become the power within the hour. I think it's just his choice of flow on why I don't like some of his songs. I'm sorry, but the way that Denzel raps on here is pretty ass to me. This track most definitely feels like an interlude. It's only 80 seconds long, but he counts it as a regular track. But The Smell of Death is honestly a cool little track to have on. Like, it functions as an interlude. It's a cool little sounding track that transitions very smoothly into the next track, Sanjuro. But me personally, I can do without this.
Niggas wanna talk that shit. Always saying you a gangster, but real niggas know these niggas wanna talk that shit.
I'm actually surprised that I didn't care about this song. He was obviously going for the hype and aggressive feel to where you can chant this type of song at a concert. These niggas wanna talk that shit. Always say you a gangster, but real niggas know you a bitch. But outside of the hook being hype, this song is very average. It just felt like a typical, if I catch you talking about me, I'ma beat your ass type of song.
Sorry with no title, everything is vital. Praying for my rivals at the church say.
We got another one, coach. So of the 5 songs that Zell said he would remove from his albums, this is the only song from Imperial that he mentioned. He himself said that he only put this song on the album just to have a lyrical spiritual track on here where he can just show off his flows and lyrics. And funny enough, that's exactly what this song sounds like. It's another one of his tracks about his come up in Florida and that in order for the Black Revolution to start, we have to stop killing each other first. Story No Title is really just an okay song. And the fact that he knows that and he even said he wouldn't have it on here is crazy.
I'm dead, nigga so far back.
This is the final song of those 5 that Zell said he would remove that is going to be in this video. So 4 out of the 5 he named. The 5th song is going to be in part 2 because I actually like that song. And I'm not going to say what it is right now. I'll point it out when I get to it in part 2. Now for Benz, this nigga here, bruh. This is easily a bottom 3 song on Nostalgia 64. I do it how I wanna do it. Run that pussy. Carl Lewis. Now she thinking she my wife. Oh my God, are you stupid? Nigga, no. Weak lyrics, weak flows. This song was weak as hell.
Can you see what I see? Look at life in 3D.
One thing I was afraid of after listening to Widescreen was maybe Lenzel Lurry may not be for me. I was thinking about even canceling this video because Widescreen is a track I genuinely don't care about and I don't think it's nothing crazy. I felt like that about Mystical Virus and Dark and Violent as y'all saw earlier. So it may be the dark and gritty sound on this album that I don't rock with instead of Lenzel as a whole.
This the way it is, I gotta get it how I live. Naughty-headed niggas.
This song is similar to Gook from the same album in the sense of it pays homage to Zell's Carroll City, Florida roots, this time collabing with a Florida legend, and Ricky Rose. Naughty Head is Zell highlighting the hairstyle that he has, the signature locks that he has, which is something that a lot of Florida dudes got. And I honestly think this song is just a weaker version of Gook. Rose did the same luxury rap that he always does, and truthfully, I'm not a fan of this beat either. That I don't really like it.
Don't start none, won't be none. Don't speak, don't hear, and don't see none.
I really don't mess with these Lenzel and Ricky Ross collaborations, do I? Birds has a very obnoxious beat in my opinion. Like, for one, like that loud ass siren or horn in the back is obnoxious to me. It really is. And this is the first song on the Zoo album where the lack of hard hitting bars and substance was bothering me more than usual. Not every song needs to have hard hitting bars, that's not what I'm saying. But Zell talking about fuck a Pop-Tart, I keep toasters for real. Ross talking about vroom vroom vroom, bitch we on the move, snort a line of this and I bet you'll clean your room. No, I don't like anything about Birds, and it's one of the worst songs on this album to me.
Automatic, gotta have it. All my niggas running shit like it was magic.
What bothers me about Automatic is that these lyrics were way too generic for him to be delivering them as if he was saying something hard. Y'all know how rappers would say a lyric as a punchline, which is supposed to be saved for the best lyric, but the punchline would be something very average, but they ad-lib or say it as if they dropped some heat. That's what this entire song feels like. Step inside the club, you in line like, I know that man. Way back in the day, you would have said, I don't know that man. Yeah! Like, nigga, what are you saying? Yeah, for? That wasn't even hard. This hook is really average too. Niggas throwing shade on my light, that's a lamp. Like, no, Automatic is just a really mid song.
My dog didn't make it to 21, so I gotta make it past 24.
If y'all want me to be for real, Speedboat is one of Zell's most boring songs. It is. There's nothing on this track that's entertaining to me. The only part that I'm slightly entertained by is the Have your money up when you go to war. Put the mask on like a luchador. I like saying those parts, but it's seriously only those 2 lines. The rest of the track is very boring to me, and no matter how many times I play it, I just go, whatever. What always piqued my interest about this song is the fact that it features Iceberg. I've known about Iceberg since 2009, and he's loved big time in Miami, so I was really glad to see him on here, but he ended up just being on an I hook. This track has a lot of bounce and energy to it, I will give it that, but it's still nothing I hear and I go like, oh, this is hard, this is crazy. It's just an I party song. Man, I remember Shake 88 getting a lot of disrespect when Zoo dropped because it simply doesn't fit Lenzel's style. Nobody in the world listens to Lenzel Lurry for ass shaking stripper, I know that's right kind of music. He actually said himself that this was the hardest song for him to do on the Zoo album because he's never made anything like this before. And allegedly, he freestyled this entire album except for this song. He actually sat down and wrote this, which I would say kind of makes it worse, but no, not really. But this type of song not fitting Denzel's style, some people use that as a reason to say it straight up sucks, but I think it's just okay. Is she gonna shake that ass cause she only live once? I've said this already when describing a few other songs, but this is a track that I don't enjoy because I don't really care for Lenzel's performance. I like the hook and I like the beat, but as soon as the verses start and I gotta hear this man's voice, I just be like, alright man, whatever, let's get back to the hook. This may be the first time y'all have ever heard someone say this, but I feel like Lenzel Lurry be ruining his own songs sometimes. Now, the Not For Me tier is pretty short. Like, to end this video off, we have 3 songs in this tier. These 3 tracks, if you told me that these were fire and that these are some of Wenzel's best songs to you, I would see why you would say that. But for me, I have my personal reasons for why I dislike all 3 of these songs. Let's get it.
Riot, riot, don't make me start a riot. Silence, silence, put that boy in silence.
Okay, it's no secret that I just got done discussing like 6 songs in a row from the Zoo album. Don't worry, PAT is the last one. And the reason why there's so many Zoo songs here is because I seriously believe that this is just an I album. I understand that the album wasn't really meant for everybody to love. It's so Miami focused that the main audience is pretty much people from that area. But at the same time, if you release something out to the masses, if someone tells you that they don't rock with it, you can't turn around and say, oh no, you're not from Miami, so you don't get it. You just can't invalidate people's opinion on the album just because they're not from the city that you're rapping about. I'm not saying that Lenzel himself is doing that. This comment is for anyone who was about to respond to me saying that. I think Zoo and Nostalgic 64 are Zell's worst 2 albums, and honestly, it's not even close. Imperial, Taboo, and Melt My Eyes See Your Future, those 3 albums are way better than these 2. And Zoo is not even bad. It's just loaded with a bunch of aight party songs and basic, let me tell y'all about my Miami roots kind of songs. PAT is actually neither one of those. This song is more so his older style from his Nostalgia 64 Raider Clan days. I'm usually not a fan of this type of rage head-busting style like some of y'all are, but in this particular case, I can say Lenzel's verse lyrically was hard, and Play That Boy Zay actually has some heat here too. I can imagine how crazy this song would go at a show. Like, it gets strong props from me for that. The hook to this song just has 3 6 Mafia written all over it. Zell's flow on top of this production, you can most definitely imagine Juicy J spitting this hook instead. But Narcotics is actually a dope song about how the man looks at guys like Lenzel that are from the slums and instantly assume that they're a dangerous menace to society. It nicely uses Ice Cube's line from F the Police where he said, thinking every nigga is selling narcotics. And he used the sample nicely. Like, this song is honestly good. I'll give it its credit. But I don't get like energized or hype listening to it. It doesn't hit that hard for me.
Your mama ain't shit, your daddy ain't shit. And then you realize that life is a bitch, got no education.
I was actually very, very disappointed in this song. Because Parents has a great premise, but I did not like how he chose to deliver the song like this. It's a storytelling song where in the first verse, he talks about a girl who has a kid at a young age. She's doing drugs and she becomes a stripper to get money. What would you do if your son was at home crying all alone? Y'all know nothing about that. But the second verse, he talks about a young dude who claims he's a baller, but he's actually a bum broke dude who still lives with his mom. And then in the third verse, he throws shots at the reckless and irresponsible parents and says, this is how young boys and young girls end up like this because of shitty parents like y'all. So the premise of this song is honestly magnificent to me, but I can't stand that nigga, let a nigga level with you. How the hell you gonna be broken and always be the biggest spender? So sweeter than a splendor. Like, I didn't like that flow, and I would have loved this song if he delivered it differently.
Alto, alto, alto.